with Dennis Carroll and Don Patton, and there it comes. So it's very easy to do. The book of John. So get your Bibles out. We're going to make an effort to have a contextual study of the book of John, and I would say it is in, it's been a real challenge already to begin this, because we have the divine personality of the eternal is our effort to comprehend. And we want to, as our song that we just sang, and we will sing that before this class each time, Jesus, let us come to know you. So before we do begin that, Barry, could you come up here and word of prayer for us before we start here? And we will, you can just come right there or come right up here. Yeah. And Barry's going to word of prayer for us. This is a time where we can pause in the middle of the week with so many things that are going on in our lives. And I pray that this study, if we will pause and see what it will bring to us, it's going to help us to know who Jesus is and know what to expect in our lives as we follow him, because I think that's John's objective. So, Brother Barry, if you would, please.
Let's pray, God. All God, heavenly, come to you once again. Thank you for blessing us to come out to assemble and study another portion of our word. Father, we come praying for the lesson that will be taught tonight. Father, we pray that we're able to focus our minds and remove all other worldly thoughts and distractions, problems, and cares that we may be experiencing at this particular time. Father, we pray that we take this opportunity to strictly focus on you and your word. Father, we use it as a sense of encouragement for those of us that are here together and those that are tuning in to hear the lesson via Facebook, YouTube, and maybe any other type platforms. Father, we ask that you continue to bless the work here. We pray that you continue to be with the evangelists who've done into doing the work of the evangelists. I'm praying also for the members that we support the work here as best we can, and that we all tend to always do interpersonal perspective of ourselves, seeing how we can improve our walk and service to you, Father. Father, we pray that you continue to bless our families, those who are leading our families. We pray that you bless all the households who are represented here at this local congregation. Father, we ask that you forgive us for the sins that we've committed, and that you continue to restore your blessings upon us through your grace and mercy that you extend to each and every one of us. These things we pray and ask in Christ our Lord and Savior Jesus' name. Let us all say, Amen.
All right, thank you, Barry, for that. And we, like I said, want to go right into understanding. And I have in this little subtitle, the divine personality of the eternal. And because we have a unique challenge from the very beginning in the book of John, and yes, last week was the reading of John 1 through 5, we may not get much further until we kind of lay down some thoughts of how do we see Jesus? I mean, how do we see the Christ? Verses 1 through 5, in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him. Without him was nothing made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shines in darkness. And what happens when the light shines in darkness? What did the darkness not do? Did not comprehend. Did not comprehend. A little note maker. All right. The light did not comprehend it. What does that mean? What does it mean not to comprehend something? Okay, I don't understand. What did they not understand? The light did not, darkness did not comprehend it. Why? Why did darkness not comprehend it? What happens in the presence of light? You have to do one of two things to stay in darkness, right? You got to get rid of the light. You got to shut it out, cover it up, block it out. So the eternal word, Jesus, the divine personality of the eternal. And now there's two passages that I want us to think as we now kind of move toward this. Luke 4:18. You know, some of these things that John does not record, I want us to pull out of so that we can think about Jesus in this way. So we can think about how he is revealed. Jesus, when he had entered the synagogue, Luke 4:18, he reads from the prophet Isaiah, and he says, I am come to heal your broken heart. So we're wondering here, when I read from the book of John, and you hear John crying out in the wilderness, what's the attraction? Why did John get so much attention? And we know why did Jesus get so much attention? Why? Why did people come to Jesus? Why were they following him around? Remember last week? Got a word for it? Signs. But what was it really? It was the miracles. What's the difference between a miracle and a sign, even though they're both the same act? Is there a difference? No. Other than I can see something performed as a miracle and be in awe of it, but the sign of the miracle would lead me to something else, and that's what the signs are for, and that's what we're going to see. But what were they for? Here's the invitation. This is why when we teach the book of John, when we study that, we're going to walk away and have this incredible desire to be closer to the Lord. And we will be closer to the Lord because we will have a deeper understanding of who he is. The eternal. Because when I read, in the beginning was, and the was with God, and the was God. And then I read from Luke 11 that this is, come unto me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. The previous one, I'm here to heal your broken heart. What do you need if your heart is broken or you're weary and heavy laden? What do you need? You need relief. You need rest. You need help. You need an answer. You need to know what's moving in the future. So the subject of human suffering is going to be seen in John like in no other epistle. John is the apostle that recorded the exchange between Jesus and his mother. And if you want a reality check, then that's the place that you will find. When we say the eternal, see, what we're trying to do first of all, how do you think about Jesus? And John says, in the beginning was the eternal. Now, at the end of the book, we've already established in John 20, 30 and 31, truly did Jesus many other things that are not recorded in this, none of the signs that are not recorded in this book, but these things are written that you might believe, and through believing you might have life in his name. So the purpose is to give you the ability to see. What he utilized are signs. So when we read about the miraculous, there is oftentimes, even in the miraculous, something that he was teaching that was far more than just the fact that there was a miracle performed. And what's going to be so amazing is, what is the miracle, the sign that got him crucified? When did it start? It's in John 12. Remember, we got John chapter 1 till John 12 until the plan to kill Jesus begins. The real plan. What happened in John 12?